Hello everyone and welcome back to round 13 of our F1 Championship Edition Career Mode Season 2 here from the Hungarian Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live earlier on this week, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. But yeah, Formula 1 is back at Magyar Nagadic. Happy memories, personally, from this track last season. Of course, we took our very first Formula 1 points around this venue. Now, of course, luckily this season, we have scored a fair few points up to this point there, but it is still Fernando Alonso, 5-point lead at the top of the table, but you could argue anyone in our top 4 is still within a shout there. We're in P9 overall, 8 points behind Kimi Räikkönen, 10 points behind Jenson Button there, and Red Bull, we're still looking to try and jump Super Hungary before the end of the season. They're currently just 2 points back, but I think P5 is absolutely the goal by the end of the season. So, I mean, if we could score points here last year, surely more is going to be possible this weekend. If we can keep it clean and tidy, we should definitely be able to maybe get a podium. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well. We're trying to hit 125,000 subscribers at the moment, and let's do this thing. Well, unfortunately, I've made a catastrophic error as we head into Hungarian GP3 practice. I clicked on the Car Evolution program, so I think, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of practice programs that I don't really enjoy doing on this game. They don't make the car any better. I've found default setup works well enough pretty much on every track on this game, so yeah, at least we get to enjoy the hilariously inaccurate version of Magyar Nagadic. What's hilarious about these cars on this track on this game is it almost feels like a slot car racer, or like, great. I mean, I did drive into the back of it there. I will hold up my hand up and admit, but yeah, I don't get how they made this track so wide on this game. Like, how they didn't work out that this is meant to be Monaco without the barriers. Makes sense as to how I was able to score points here, though, because, of course, it's all fairly low speed, but you've got plenty of room to manoeuvre. I'm sure this weekend that's going to come back and haunt me.
Slightly more than 4.3 kilometres of twisting Hungarian racetrack lie here in almost complete silence at the moment. However, all that is about to change as Saturday qualifying at the Hungaroring gets underway.
But if I remember last season here, we actually started from the back of the field and were still able to score some points in our Super Hungary car. Sorry, our Midland, wasn't it, back then? So, clearly, yeah, race pace around here is rather strong. How will our qualifying pace, though, fare against the AI? Only time will tell. They're still driving for Red Bull. We have not started outside the top 3 on the grid. We've been very, very consistent in our qualifying pace in recent times. Definitely where the AI tend to struggle a little bit more. There is, what on earth is that McLaren doing? Down into turn 1 there. Almost weaved across me until he realised there was another Formula 1 car there. Oh, no. Oh, nicked a wheel on the grass. No. Oh, that's annoying. A little bit of a mistake there, but we've got to get on with it. No! Oh, just about kept out of the wall. Oh, that was scary. Well, a 1:30.7 is not exactly what I call a fantastic time. What on earth's going on here down at turn 1? Well, apparently a Honda and a Toro Rosso at... Great, having a battle.
Posts a new qualifying time. He won't be writing home about that lap. In fact, I think he'd rather forget about it altogether.
What on earth is this going on between the Honda and the Toro Rosso? Why is this so much beef here? That's another lap ruined. This Hungarian Grand Prix circuit is just hilarious on this game, to put it simply, but 9 minutes left then on the session.
He'll be disappointed with that. Just doesn't seem to have the balance right.
We only need a 23.4 to make it into Q2, but we are having so many problems with slower cars. Toro Rosso again ahead of me, so fingers crossed the sister team gets out of the way. Oh, no. Oh. Come on, we've got good pace here. I can't start throwing it away. I don't even know if we've got enough time. We've got 3 minutes to get one more lap in. This is going to be so close by the end of this session. Come on, focus up. We can do this. What is that McLaren doing? He's not on a lap, is he? I don't think. We're just tripping over him. Oh, come on, man. Right, I just got to give him some space. Oh, and there's more cars behind us. This is so risky late on in the session. We've got to get some free track space, though. Come on, we just need a minute 20 on the clock by the time we get back round, if I've got pace. One more lap to go then, here from the Hungaroring. We have got a little bit of time spare, but not much at all. Well, we're very close still to that Honda and those McLarens in front, but I needed a space, otherwise we were just going to be waiting around all session for a window here. We've just got to hope that BAR doesn't get in the way, or that I bottle it. No! Gary, it's over. It's over. I cannot believe that. You just get caught over a curb slightly and it just drags the back end of the car around, but in towards final few corners we go. We're still 9 seconds up on the time I set last time round. Could we still do anything about it? Oh, come on. What is the nose doing now? To be honest, if we're going to start in the mid-pack, I'd rather just start at the back of the field here. That has got to be one of the worst, 18 minutes of qualifying I think I've ever had on this game. So much bad luck. And cars getting in the way there, but yeah, I'd rather be at the back and safe on that one. Well, I literally said going into this session, we've never started outside the top 3 in this car. That's gone immediately. A 130.7 is nowhere near competitive here at the Hungaroring, so we'll start from the back, we'll try and load the car up with fuel, and we'll just see what we can do.
Welcome to the Hungaroring in Budapest for this year's Hungarian Grand Prix. In 1986, the Hungarian Grand Prix made history when it was the first F1 race to be run behind the Iron Curtain. Characterised by its dusty and slippery surface, the Hungaroring has the tightest layout on the Formula 1 calendar, that is apart from Monaco. Overtaking here is very difficult, so a good qualification is absolutely crucial. It's a clear day here at the moment, good visibility for the drivers. Giancarlo Fisichella will start from pole. Second on the grid is Felipe Massa. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fernando Alonso. In fifth place is Jenson Button. Next to him in sixth is Michael Schumacher. Rubens Barrichello starts seventh. Eighth is Kimi Raikkonen.
Well, I might have got slightly obsessed there with trying to put as much heat into the tyres as possible. We've got a lot of catching back up to do with the AI. In fact, yeah, Fisichella already in Sector 3. I haven't left Sector 1, but the game won't let me go any quicker. I mean, if this was real Formula 1, I would absolutely be disqualified before this race has even got going. But making our way through the final couple of corners, cannot even remember the last time I started at the back of the field in one of these races. But yeah, let's just try and put on a show, see if we can score, and just make some overtakes. Don't know why I'm putting aim towards a wall, but we'll take it.
Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go.
I love the idea that half the cars don't want to go. Okay.
So does Massa.
Really don't want to take any risk into turn 1.
Into the first corner. Fisichella leads out of turn 1. Behind him is Massa. Next is Montoya.
Love the way that Midler then absolutely sent it on, I believe, that Jacques Villeneuve. Almost took him out and then just backs out of it. The AI on lap 1 on this game are mental still. But yeah, let's just try and stay out of trouble. We've survived the first couple of corners, but early on this race, going to be very, very scary. Got to learn where we're strong and where we're not against the AI. It's already up then into, I believe, P18 then of the GP. So, not my worst start I've ever had either. Just being so hesitant on the throttle. Having a run though on Jacques Villeneuve. We had a look down the inside.
Indicator, your tyres have reached a good heat and grip level should be pretty good.
I mean, we were getting slowed down by the AI in qualifying, so I'd imagine, yeah, we've got some good pace here over them in the race. P17 we'll move up to. So here we got, whoa, hello, Jacques Villeneuve then. Clearly our beef lives on. Kind of jump out the way there of the rogue Canadian. Oh, come on, I don't want to run into the back of him. I just do not want to run into the back of him. We'll switch him then again. So we make our way through the final couple of corners, right on the outside of a Toro Rosso. Oh, just about there, and we'll get a good run on the other one then. So by the end of lap 1, we're up into P15. I've made 7 places up on lap 1, and still our engineer is not happy with that.
The field looks like this. Fisichella leads. Massa is second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Alonso. Button is fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Truly 7th, and Barrichello is in 8th.
Oh, come on then, we've got to try and get a run on Christian Klein, as I wanted to go right, but so did he, clearly. Get round him. I mean, yeah, we've been pretty strong off this start. And we potentially have a look past Mark Webber. Up the inside we'll go in towards the chicane. What's the man that would join Red Bull in 2007, I believe. But yeah, nothing we could do there. I don't get how the AI takes some of the corners around here. They, like, get through the apex and then brake on the exit. It's very, very weird, but come on then, Mark. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up down the inside. Oh, very aggressive maneuver in the end. But we're up almost 10 places before the end of lap 2. We have pace here. That run off the final corner, it's so nice. So nice to have a car that is almost competitive in a straight line there, as Heidfeld.
Fisichella leads. Massa is 2nd. 3rd is Juan Pablo Montoya. 4th is Alonso. Button is 5th. Michael Schumacher 6th. Trulli 7th. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Giancarlo Fisichella having a really fun day out of it so far, as down the inside of Ralph Schumacher.
Sector, that's the fastest time you've set so far.
I love the way you're on the inside of an AI and they just turn in. I'm driving superbly. We've just almost got taken out of the race by the 2nd Schumacher. Come on then, Kimi Räikkönen. If you told me we would have been fighting for a top 10 by lap 4, I'd be very impressed.
Massa is 2nd. 3rd is Juan Pablo Montoya. 4th is Alonso. Button is 5th.
Yeah, we have got pace here. I don't know why we had such a nightmare in qualifying. If I'd known we had this kind of pace in the car, I would have probably taken less risk and just tried to get one run in some clear space. But yeah, all over the back then of Rosberg. Wonder what he'd ever do in Formula 1. But come on then, get the switch on the German. Down the inside. No, Rosberg, oh, not having any of it. We might get the run off the corner though. Nico Rosberg desperate to try and, great, stop this move happening, and he has. He's just turned in on me.
Through the field, if things go our way, we might just finish well.
Try and stay out the way of the other cars. Well, that's 2 weekends in a row. Rosberg has collided with me. I was about to say taking me out, but yeah, Hockenheim looking back, probably my fault. By the way, trying not to get too phased by that incident with the German, as we'll make a move back then on Luizzi. We've just got a few more cars to overtake. Trying to make my life a little bit more exciting on this game, not that it needs it. Oh, I hate the way the AI do that there. They try and go right,
14th position, P14.
but they kind of do it a little bit later than you expect them to, and they do it rather aggressively. So it's, yeah, very, very strange as, well, we're all over the back of Mark Webber again. Great. A little bit of contact, but we'll make it through. You kind of got to send it on the AI there, so at least you're wheel to wheel with them.
Not moving up the field, we need to finish today.
Nope, I'm one on points. We can definitely get points. See, and then you get moments like that where Schumacher then, you assume he's just going to go right, and then doesn't move across the road as aggressively. So weird. The AI on this game are just bizarre.
Get bored, and this will affect the levels of grip you're getting.
Now I've set the car up to go just over half distance on the tyres. So yeah, we'll see. Come on then, nice run on Nick Heidfeld. Oh, we just nicked him.
Fisichella leads. Massa is 2nd. 3rd is Juan Pablo Montoya. 4th is Alonso. Button is 5th. Michael Schumacher 6th. Trulli 7th. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Superb driving, you're moving up the field well.
Heidfeld wanted to have a look back down the inside through the next corner, but not allowing that to happen. And we're almost back to the top 10 again. All right, come on then, Kimi. Thank you. I don't get how the AI is so slow in the traction zones around here. Oh. Kimi there, just trying to cut back across me off the corner. So we had to jump out the way. Right, come on then, Rosberg. Let's try and get round you without a collision this time round. Yeah, move back over to the right-hand side, so we will slip through. And we will very much give him a squeeze. And maybe that was a squeeze that said, I don't particularly like you right now. Well, there we go. That's the pace we got in the car then. New fastest lap of the day, despite the fact our tyres are getting pretty wrecked.
Great time to sector 3, keep it up.
We're going over a second and a half.
You're running in 2nd.
We're running a second and a half a lap faster than Rubens Barrichello at the moment. So we have, really got some solid pace here. Up now into P2 of the GP. Oh, come on. Get a nice run on Rubens. And to the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. And obviously we've both still got a pit. So that could have very easily been a bit of an incident there between myself and the Brazilian. But yeah, we have got the potential to score a big result here still. No. No, no, no. Oh, so close then to spinning. You've really got to try and hold the brake and then release it again. Get the car, get the rears stopping, rotating, and then try and get the fronts to make sure they don't then get overtaken by the rears. It's very odd the way, we all know the physics on this game are a little bit janky to say the least. But yeah, making our way then in towards the final few corners. And well, yeah, we've still been able to pull away a little bit from Rubens there since we made that move into the pit lane, though. Points definitely, not even a possibility here, but surely are possible if I don't do anything stupid. But how many points could we score? Big gaggle of cars a little bit further back are getting held up. I think that's behind Ralf Schumacher. But it's a battle in the pit lane then. Just try not to take any risk. I want a nice, clean, tidy stop. There we go, 8.8, I'll have that. Sub 9 seconds, I'm very happy with. And I think we pulled out a little bit of a gap over Rubino as well in the points we are now. So, yeah, this is looking really promising then. But I reckon a podium is doable here. We've got fresher tyres than everyone else, and obviously the same amount of fuel to get us to the flag. But of course, the first one we have to deal with is always the Michael. Right, come on then, Michael Schumacher. Let's see if we can try and get a run on him through the final corner. Just don't go anywhere near the German, but we will get the run on him. And we'll try and slot back in front. He's not going to give it up, though. Michael Schumacher never will. Just got to brake slightly earlier. Don't want to run into the back of Montoya in front. But we are past the Michael. Lovely stuff. That was the one I was most nervous about late on in this race. But now behind Juan Pablo Montoya, who you'd always argue as well is a rather aggressive Formula 1 driver. Not just behind the wheel either. Juan always let you know what he was thinking, but down the inside, almost banging wheels there with the McLaren. Of course, he'd actually left the McLaren by this stage of the campaign. But yeah, making our way. Weren't able to complete the move there. Surely we're going to have to look for it, though, out of the final corner. You need to keep picking up places late on in the day here. Best result of the season so far with Red Bull was 5th back at Magny-Cours, but I want a better one today. Don't hit the grass, don't hit the grass. A little bit of understeer there. Where's Michael? He's nowhere to be found, so surely we can get a run on JPM.
Into this race, Fisichella leads. Massa is second. Alonso third. Button is fourth. Montoya fifth. You're sixth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
There we go, another move completed. Juan Pablo Montoya has been dispatched, so now we've got another battle with Jenson Button. Of course, yeah, Jenson Button obviously won this race in real life. His very first Formula 1 Grand Prix victory. He's going to need a bit of a miracle if he's going to win it again today. But I mean, he's not having a bad race out, up in P4, one of his better races so far of the season. I would just like to make it slightly worse, though, for him. As are we going to have the pace over those Renaults as well, right towards the front. Oh, we'll actually get a run on Jenson into the final corner. He's going to try and switch me. No, Jenson, don't turn me, please. Going to be drag racing back down to turn 1. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Jenson Button, oh, he hasn't got the straight line speed. Well, we've got to remember, between now and the end of the race, we have got fresher tyres than the cars in front, so surely we can be just that bit quicker. Well, that 1:19.2 there was almost 2 seconds faster than Fernando Alonso in front of me. Yeah, we can definitely, I mean, a podium's right there, but Massa I'm looking at, I think Fisichella might be just too far away, though. Oh, oil down. Someone's got issues. His Super Hungary that's gone. It's a shame. If it had been Giancarlo Fisichella, we might have been in the fight for the win. Where is that oil, though? There it is. We have avoided it. And that is a very expensive-looking engine failure for BAR Honda. Oh, there we go. Really nice run on Fernando through the final couple of corners. There we go. We'll let him have the apex, but we'll switch him on the exit. And we are into the podium places. 8 seconds to Fisichella. Just 4 laps to do it. Come on then. We've pretty much closed up to Massa immediately. A 1:18.6.
3 seconds faster through that final sector.
I know Fisichella's having to deal with lap traffic,
Faster the race so far.
but we almost went 4 seconds faster on that lap. This is not over. Well, we've got to try and get around Felipe Massa nice and cleanly.
The fastest time you've set so far.
Lines like that certainly aren't going to help, but yeah, Fisichella, the gap now down to under 4 seconds. So I think the Renault driver is really starting to struggle late on in the day. No, I knew Massa was going to turn in on me there. But we've still got that lap car to deal with as well. Come on, just over 2 laps to go here from Magyar Nagadic. And could we pull off one of the most unlikely races I've ever had on this game? No idea why Massa is so defensive through there. But we've got to be so careful making our way around this lap traffic around the outside of Felipe. Come on, get around the Midlands.
Currently holding 2nd position.
Around the outside of the Super Aguri as well. No, he's going to move off the line. And Massa tried to look for it again. I had no idea there. The gap to Giancarlo, though, 1.6 seconds with 2 laps left to do it. Come on, that gap now, 1.1 seconds. We've still got one more slower car to deal with, though. I believe it's the 2nd Midland here. How could that affect things as we really get into the end of this GP? Giancarlo Fisichella looked dead set for this victory.
Condition indicator. The tyres are showing signs of wear and this will affect grip.
It's horrible psychology if you're leading a Grand Prix like this, because the lap traffic, you don't want to risk it. You've got everything to lose, and you think on paper, nothing really to gain. But Giancarlo Fisichella now under pressure as we have just 1 lap to go of the Grand Prix. I don't want to take too many big risks. Last thing I want now is to have an issue right at the end of the Grand Prix. But look at that! Fisichella gets caught up behind him. That's Midland.
First position.
My old team.
Started the final lap of the race in the lead.
And suddenly now,
Get down, repeat, final lap.
well, they're not giving me a chance to get a word in edgeways, but we have taken the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. We started this one at the back of the grid. Surely now we can just try to hang on here as we make our way around the final 4 kilometers or so of Magyar Nagadic. I knew we had pace in the car, but qualifying was just an utter disaster. We got taken out by Rosberg early on in the race, but the pace has been there all afternoon. Heartbreak potentially for Giancarlo Fisichella, but there's still every possibility that I bottle it on this final lap. But a track last season where we scored our first ever Formula 1 points. We are going to go much better this weekend in a car that is a lot more competitive as well. Red Bull, remember at this point, just in their 2nd ever season. And suddenly now, we might be rounding our way. We took the first win ever for Super Aguri in Bahrain. As we make our way through the final couple of corners, it is going to be the first ever win for Red Bull as well. Out of the final corner, 22nd to 1st. That is better than Jensen's win here. Get in there.
That's the 13th race of the season completed. Unlucky for some? Possibly. But it's provided an interesting spectacle once again. We take a longer break now, so teams and drivers can spend a little time with family and friends before we enter the final part of the season. Next stop is Turkey, at the latest Herman Tilke circuit, just outside Istanbul. With its notorious turn 8 ready to bite at anyone who's not concentrating fully, I can't wait for the action to start there. Join us in 3 weeks' time, where East meets West for another thrilling chapter in the F1 calendar. Goodbye for now.
Well, what an absolutely ridiculous race that has been from Hungary there. But Turkey next time out, I am very, very nervous for that one. Another really tough track on this game there. But that result means championship-wise, Alonso now just 4 points clear of Felipe Massa there. Giancarlo Fisichella now within 10 points of the top as well. So they're all converging on each other at the top of the table. We're now up into 8th place. Sorry, 7th place even, I believe, ahead of... No, sorry, we're in 8th, aren't we? Just between Button and Raikkonen there. So 2 wins and a handful of other points here and there have promoted us back up the order as well. But I believe that result... Yep, there we go. Red Bull now up into P5 as well of the Constructors' Championship. So our goal between now and the end of the year has got to be to try and hang on to that result there. But probably, yet easily, got to be my greatest ever drive inside F1 Championship Edition. Thank you all so much for watching, And yeah, we'll be back very soon ready for the Turkish Grand Prix. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.